January 1st, 1994, we had one client because we started this from scratch, and Ryan was 3 months old. So I was 3 months in having a baby and a new business, and my husband and I on New Year's morning put him in the baby carriage and walked into the job site, put him down and worked around him. It was probably a precursor to what his future might be. Every day I drive up to this office with a sense of pride that it was built by our hands. And my husband, he had his really strong moments in life. He was a football coach for years and very well respected in the community. And then one day he was done with that. He was just done. Yeah, we lost him in February of 2023 on Family Day weekend. Which Family Day weekend will always have a new meaning for us. And this past Family Day was our first weekend without him. And I think one of the hardest things when I told the boys to get out and start cold calling again, which is, we know, pivotal in this business. That's something that Scott used to do with the boys all the time, take them out separately and they would go cold calling. And the first day they decided to do it, they both went out and then they both went home and said, all I can hear is Dad's voice behind me saying the same things that I'm saying.
I always remember what my dad said was, we're not here to sell carpet cleaning, we're here to build relationships. And that's something that I always take into account when I'm meeting a new customer or making a sale, because once you build that relationship, you know that they'll always come back to you when they need services. So.
The greatest thing I ever learned from my dad was to treat everyone with respect. I think that showing respect goes such a long way. It doesn't matter, what's going on or what you think's going on. I think showing respect to everyone you work with is huge.
One of his main quotes was, never cheat the man in the mirror. And he always instilled that in both of us.
Everything you thought was going to be your future was not anymore. ServiceMaster is one thing that wasn't going to go away. The rest of it can change, but this was one thing that always was going to be there. And so for him, I had to keep pushing forward. And we did, and I think the boys being left alone without a father, made them realize that they're going to have to step up. It would be in their hands now for this second phase of growth. And yeah, they've stepped up. Scott was a huge believer in pay it forward, and within his programs, football programs, he used to give the kids each $20 and tell them, I want to hear your story about how you're going to pay it forward. And each kid would come back with something different, and it really instilled that institution inside these kids. And if you talk to the parents now of all the kids that he coached, his biggest thing at the end of the day was he would say, look at the man in the mirror and he'll tell you how you're doing. Yeah. Wonderful man.
Oh, the most thing I love about my mom is just how much of a rock she is.
The biggest thing is probably her work ethic. She'll show up here at 9 and leave at 5 and then go home and work from her laptop from 7 until 11, and she's just nonstop doing whatever she can to make this business as successful as possible.
My biggest pride in all of it is supporting the staff that I have, which some of them have been with me for 20 years. It provides a family for everybody. Our goal is to get a client and keep them forever, building that relationship, and so we become their trusted advisor and there to provide whatever they need.
What I appreciate most about ServiceMaster Clean is how responsive they are when we have a need, whether it's a spill that needs to be cleaned up or a bigger issue that comes up. I know I can reach out to them. I know that they'll get back to me and get us taken care of very quickly.
Keith in the United Way has been pivotal in our lives. My husband worked for the United Way, and they became our first maintenance program customer 30 years ago, and they're still our customer today, which is a testament.
One of the things I really like that they do is they have a spot clean service that they offer, where if an accident happens, someone spills a coffee or soup or whatever, I can send an email or make a phone call and have one of their crew come out and they'll clean that spot up for us. Or in the event that we have a bigger issue, such as we had a plumbing issue where we had sewer water coming and stained our carpets, I can reach out to them and say, can you come and take care of that? They'll come, and in that situation they'll sanitize the carpet and make sure it's all nice and clean, so it helps us keep the office healthy for our staff. And I really love that. That's fantastic.
Carpets, upholstery, windows, floors, whatever it is that's dirty, we'll take it on.